The NFL's tag window opened today, meaning that teams can now place franchise and transition tags on players they'd like to retain this offseason. Let's talk about a few players who are candidates to get tagged and whether or not it'll actually happen. Starting with the most likely candidate to get franchise tagged, in my opinion, and that is the Bengals' T. Higgins. Looking at a tag price of $26.2 million because they tagged him last year, it massively escalates, but that's pretty competitive with what a long-term deal would look like, which I think they'll look to get done thanks to the longer extension period from the tag. Next most likely player to get tagged, in my opinion, is the Chiefs' Trey Smith. They could also get a long-term deal done depending on how much cap they're able to free up their restructures, but I think it's been massively overstated how likely he is to get out of Kansas City. I think they're very much interested in keeping him, and it's very possible. Sam Darnold is certainly a possibility to get tagged in Minnesota. It would make sense if they wanted to have one more year to take a look at him before moving on to J.J. McCarthy. But with the way he finished the year, I don't think paying him $40 million, which is what a QB franchise tag would look like this year, just makes any sense. Talked about Jevon Holland a little bit in one of my free agency prediction videos, but I don't think the Dolphins will use the tag on him. They're incredibly cap strapped, and he's coming off of one of his worst years as a professional. He should still have a pretty good market in free agency, though. Last but certainly not least is Chris Godwin. And while Tampa Bay has made it very much clear they want to keep him around, I highly doubt that the franchise tag is the way they choose to do so. At this point in his career and with his injury history, it just doesn't make sense to pay him that much money. They can get a cheaper deal done.